All right, y'all. This is the last game of last night's triple header. Sparks versus the Golden State Valkyries. The very first game in Valkyries history. Jay Center. Excuse me. Let's get into it. Warriors. One game. We're not here for y'all though. We're here to see history be created, be made. Kelsey Plum already. Okay.
Saw her come off the bench in the preseason, but gets the start tonight. Shot clock going down.
Thornton. I was here. I was here to witness Kayla Thornton hit the first shot in Golden State Valkyries history. I was here. Back Benlay. Okay, let me say this. Good pass. Let me explain how the Golden State Valkyries became a team. Because I know some of y'all wondering, like, who's the Valkyries? Where did they come from? The Golden State Valkyries is an expansion team, which I think the WNBA needs more of because it's a lot of talented women's basketball players that are getting cut. Speaking of getting cut, we have a lot to talk about this game, right? There's a lot of good basketball players getting cut. If they're not going to create more teams, they need like a G League, development league, or something. So then these players' talents are not going to waste completely. You know what I mean? But for the Valkyries, right? How the Valkyries became a team, not the draft, but there's an expansion draft where the Valkyries pick unprotected players, right? So they can't just go out and cheat and start getting Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark and Brittany Griner and whoever they want, right? So each team had to put a protection tag on their best players, and the team that didn't have that tag, the protection, whatever you want to call it, the Valkyries could pick up in the expansion draft. So that's how the Golden State Valkyries became a team through a expansion draft of every team at least one player. So that's how that goes. And there are some more teams coming soon, the Toronto Tempo and things of that nature. But honestly, bring back the Sacramento Monarchs. Yeah. Bring back the Monarchs. Might pull up to a game or two. Who knows? Yeah. Simple. It's a good shot. In fact, Bentley out here hooping. No Fever fans, no. No, y'all do. Why did she do this on the Fever? Because it's like playing for the Lakers. If you don't hoop on the Fever, you know what time it is. No Dame Lillard. Kelsey Plum with it. Pass. Layup. That was Ray Stevens. Remember her from Unrivaled. That could have been a kickball. Intercepted by Tiff Hayes. With the lay.
Valkyries 4 of 9 from the field so far to start this game.
Fact, Bentley? Well, I know Fever fans, they starting to make that face. Why did she not do this on the Fever? Because. Oh, snap. There go Rakia. Rakia!
Jackson coming off a great rookie year.
Staying under control, getting her teammates involved, and so you just want to see a lot more of that. And here we got
Okay. Pass.
Thornton got it. Whizzing it over, late, driving. And turned it over. Plum with the steal. Up to De'Erica Hamby, who lays it in for two.
Good take.
De'Erica Hamby, of course.
17-17. Kelsey, baseline.
Drives up and under.
Hey. Under the basket.
Linskin's back out to Van Loo. Drives, kicks, shot clock at 5. Hayes looking to go to work. Tiffany Hayes all the way for 2. If you're just tuning in, the Sparks lost Ray Burrell to a right leg injury in the first quarter. Still waiting word on her. As Plum.
Ray Burrell, right leg injury? Oh man, not when the season just started. It's a side clip. We'll check that out later. And one. As soon as he says something. to
It's
buckets.
so funny how much the WNBA has just fallen in love
Baseline
with
again.
Martin, and now
Dumps it
the
off.
city gets to
Good
follow suit.
pass.
Sims with the bucket.
Odyssey
The
Sims.
Sparks.
Burton inbounding, looking for an option. Van Loo, quick fire. Oh, she banked it in. Of course
Whatever.
she did.
Whatever.
7 minutes
It
off the
went in.
bench. As we
I was
approach
about
the
to say, ain't
6-minute
no
mark of
way
the
she
first
made
half,
that.
Plum slithering inside.
Like I say, I didn't make
For
the
T,
highlights,
she's
but
in
she
double
made
figure
it.
scoring with 11. Burton, and she'll pull it back out. Nice move. Veronica
Okay,
Burton
in
takes
and
the
out.
contact. No good. Got her own miss. Kick
Why
out
not
to
let it fly? Splash. In fact, Bentley
Sims
hooping in her first
kicks
game.
it out. Jackson connects.
Rakia.
Rakia Jackson from downtown. Shot threes at 35%. Work with you here on Ion. WNBA Friday Night Spotlight. Presented by State Farm as Barker puts it down. Sarah Ashley Barker.
Oh, the Ashley Barker.
Short on the three. Plum up to
Rakia.
Jackson. Nice break by LA. All started
8-point lead.
Doing the right things out here as a team.
largest lead for the Sparks in this game. Back Bentley up, counted and a foul. Can't hit the three. Too strong. Tapped out Tiffany Hayes.
Tiff Hayes on the drive.
It's no problem. The
38-35.
tonight in the W. Hamby working
Hamby.
down low for two. De'Erica Hamby's got 7 points.
40-35, near the end of the first half.
There have been 5 lead changes.
Good
Tied
post
up
move.
7 times.
Heading to the basket, you just got to throw it up high to the rim. Keep it up high for her, and she'll get something to go.
Oh, that's
Plum
wide
lets it
open.
fly,
Butter.
and she puts it down. Kelsey Plum with a look into the crowd.
And we saw in some of those halftime highlights her talking smack to the baseline fans.
Hayes responds with a tray ball of her own.
She's got to get under control when she gets to the
Three-pointer? Butter.
Back the other end. Stop pop for three.
It was a big
Kelsey
trade
Plum
to get
again.
Plum from Vegas. They found their star.
I was about to say,
Finds the open
Rakia.
Puts it down.
The
Rakia
three.
Jackson. Just gonna say it's been
I was about to
basically
say, I
2
know
weeks
Kelsey
since
Plum
the
is
teams
not
got
shooting
together
those now.
in training
That's
camp.
crazy.
Hayes throws it up and
Went in.
throws it in.
That's all that matter.
How does she
Go
do
in
it?
there.
And work boots. She told me she knows exactly what he would say to her tonight. Believe in yourself. You prepared for this moment, so go out there and win. And if you don't win, you
Turnover for the Valkyries.
Sparks up by 10.
Thornton chasing Plum. Step back for Kelsey. Plum is good. 24. LA is outscored Golden State 20-8 here in the third quarter. Van Loo.
Van
Van
Loo.
Loo.
Great ball movement, and now the Sparks are...
Oh, interception by back Bentley. Bentley.
Van Loo.
Van Loo. Whoa. Van Loo. Whoa. Whoa. Sparks.
Approaching
She let that thing
2
spark.
minutes remaining in the third.
I'm
Van
about to,
Loo is hit back to
I'm
back.
about to leave this room. If she make this, I'm leaving the room. I ain't gonna lie.
Approaching 2 minutes remaining
Ain't no
in
way.
the third. Van Loo is hit back to back.
Heck no. Alright guys, so before we proceed into the video and Hoodie Dre comes back from running out of the room because Julie Van Loo is shooting like Steph Curry, let me explain what he's going to say before he comes back and says it in the video. For those that follow the NBA, you guys know that Steph Curry strained his hamstring versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first game, played 13 minutes, had 13 points, and unfortunately didn't return because his basketball team could not win a game without him. So when he says what he's about to say, view it like this. Since the Warriors couldn't win a game without Steph Curry, and Steph Curry said after his post-game interview, leave him alone this summer, it's almost as if Steph Curry said, you know what? Since my team couldn't get a win, I'm going to the Valkyries. Give me a wig on some Joanna Man-ish. Give me a wig. I'll go win it my dang self. Because the Warriors couldn't do it, so I just have to win myself with the Valkyries. The way how Van Loo is shooting. So before y'all do what y'all about to do, allow me to explain before Hoodie Drake comes back from running a mile because Van Loo was hitting these threes. Anyways, let's get back to the video. Did they just find a Steph Curry? Curry, is that you? No, that's Curry, Chad. I ain't gonna lie. Curry missed the rest of the playoffs. He said, forget this. I'm going Joanna Man mode. Oh my gosh!
Three straight for Van Loo. Plum defending. Gets it back from Billings. Wide open
What?
check.
What, my heart almost fell out my body.
Billings flies in.
Boy, I was finna say, I know she ain't make another three tomorrow. That's really Steph Curry for real.
It was a
Curry
13
said, give me a wig.
point
I'm
game.
going to work
Down to
today.
6. Jackson spins. What a move by Rakia
It worked.
Jackson to stop the run for Golden State. They may lack in size, at least right now, just because of some injury issues.
Ooh, Odyssey.
Right now, just because of some injury
Odyssey.
issues.
Oh my gosh. Odyssey. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie. It's early in the season. And if that was mid-season, I would have been a cancellation for at least a game. Oh my goodness. Good hustle. Ah, say no turnover. That was good hustle, though.
Just me. Just me
Gotta
being
fix my
James.
green
That's
screen.
all.
Goodness gracious, she hit three threes in a row. Thought she was Curry.
Wide open. Puts it in.
Okay.
Mo Billings, that's her spot.
Definitely took some contact at the baseline, but you got to stick with it. You got to find the open man.
Jackson doubled. Hamby left wide open for 2. De'Erica Hamby.
To just play this style and play so much bigger than they actually are has been exciting to watch early on.
Kelsey Plum puts on the finishing touch as she skips her way. An opponent scoring
Oh, it's GG's.
percentage.
Oh man, I was having
In this new
fun.
season as Plum
This game is over.
she's got 37.
God,
No one
37.
the help.
She trying to get a scoring title this year.
Hayes stuck. Bentley breaks free and scores.
Temi Bentley.
Jackson. Free throw line. No good. Hamby. One dribble, pump fake, and scores it.
GG's. All right, that was a good game. Though. I'm not gonna hold you. I had fun watching that. I had fun watching that game. These are today's games. We are for yesterday's games. Let's see who did what. Some Sparks. Hamby had 14 and 10, double double. Azure Stevens 11 and 5. Kia Jackson with 13 and 5. Odyssey Sims with 7. Kelsey Plum with 37. 5 steals, 6 assists. Made all her free throws. 4 6 from 3. 11 and 19. Played the entire game with no water break. So that explains why she had 37. You don't really have a bench. You only had 3 players coming off the bench. And Sarah Ashley had 2 points. Anyway, Valkyries. Kayla Thornton had 6. Temi, 15. 5 in 32 minutes. Tiff Hayes with 19. Leading scorer of the game. Kate Martin had 2. Burton had 2. Monique had 7. Kara, 4 minutes of some good walking. Van Lou Curry, 14. Carla, 2. Other stats, Valkyries had more rebounds, 33. Sparks had 6 more assists, a lot more steals, more blocks, less turnovers, less fouls. So it's pretty much a sweepstakes across the board. All right, let's get into these side clips and the extra drama that happened a couple of days ago. Oh, snap, we didn't get this. We're gonna watch that. We'll watch that right now. Okay. Let's keep it to our game and then we get to the other ones. Um, Kelsey, Van Loo. Okay, doesn't seem like there's any side clips for that topic. Let's go to WNBA women's hooping first before we get into the drama that happened recently. Mm, Oh, this Tiffany A's addressing the crowd. Okay, let's watch this. We're not here for that. Let's go to what we're here for, not for the Mystics. Tiff A's addressing the crowd before the Golden State Valkyries' first WNBA game. Nice. This is history being made. Nice. I was here. I witnessed history. Okay, what's next? Van Lou Curry. We've seen that already. Okay, let's see this. Oh, so she's clip farming after dropping nearly 40. Okay. Okay. What's this? That's not it. After 37.
I mean, I envisioned a win. It was an incredible atmosphere. Lots to work on. But yeah, it was really fun. I really love playing basketball. How else would you describe being out there with your new team? It was super fun. Obviously, like we're gonna still work on our cohesion and figuring things out. And but they really gave us a good run in the fourth quarter. But just proud of the way we responded. And yeah, on to Sunday.
Keep in mind, Kelsey Plum, she had the all-time scoring record before Caitlin Clark broke it. You got some Golden State Warriors support. After you know what happened, Pods. Congratulations, you're now in Milwaukee Buck. I'm telling you, bro. This season, this off season, you may not be a Warrior this coming up season. I see you was sweaty dropping 28, but you should have did that game 3 and 4. You had to win one game. That's all they needed was one. Loon, buddy, buddy. I ain't gonna lie, you might have got your chain snatched. His last game, that wasn't enough. You're not here for the Warriors, though. You're not. JK, JK might get traded this offseason too. Not gonna lie, because you know the Warriors, they're in Project Giannis right now. They're gonna do everything in their power. I mean, Kaminga, that's young LeBron. Maybe Iguodala, Rudy Gay. If you know, you know. Real basketball knowledge. But JK, I don't know. You might be here next season, you might not. I don't know. Shout out to the Warriors. Next season. Kelsey Plum with Steve Kerr and Doc Rivers after dropping 37. What is Doc Rivers doing there? Doc Rivers, I ain't gonna lie, you might need to get sent to the shadow room for what you've been doing to these NBA teams. Milwaukee's supposed to be in the conference finals right now. But guess what? You got smoked by Indiana and Tyrese Halliburton dad all in your star player face like these with his son flag or whatever that was, towel. I said it. You need to go to the Shadow Realm. You've been destroying these teams lately. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, so they celebrate their new coach. They're first with their new coach. It's like the Mystics. You see Hamby, she's like, nah, we going to run ladders tomorrow. Relax. We don't want to run tomorrow. Please. Please. Which is today. We don't have to run too much tomorrow, so let's not drown our coach. Anything else before we head into the drama with the Valkyries? Let's see. All right, let's get into the real stuff. Now, let's get into the drama, right? If you don't know, you're about to know. Caitlin Chen and Letitia Amir did not make the Valkyries roster alongside with Cheyenne Sellers. So those three players got cut from the Valkyries, right? Now you're probably wondering why this news. Because a lot of people, I'm pretty sure a lot of them, are UConn fans and Paige supporters. It was the Paige effect, getting a lot of her teammates drafted uh, last month. Caitlin Chen was one of them, right? Former UConn player. Somebody went to TikTok and made a video explaining how they felt about Caitlin Chen being cut, right? Let's leave. See if I can find the original vid because they went on to say,
Stop to
hold
baby,
on,
this ain't it, and I'm gonna
hold
tell
on,
you
hold on,
why.
hold on. Hold on. Because the original video says Valkyries did Caitlyn Chen so wrong and used her for clout before waiving her. Right? This is what Satu
Maybe
Sabali
some other people
Sabali
I'm now
said.
like thoroughly.
Plus, man. Jeez. Anyway, this is what Satu Sabali said after Caitlyn Chen got cut from the team. Girl, she got a chance. That's more than others get. And to promote her and share her culture is amazing. She was introduced to the fan base. She got waived because she wasn't good enough yet. Now you know, Satu Sabali. Do you know the realm that you're about to enter right now? And it's not just talking about Caitlyn Chen. That's a UConn product. You know how UConn fans feel about Paige, AZ, and any player that played for UConn. And in this recent team, you're gonna get thrashed by UConn media for saying what you said. And I mean, to be technical about it, it's like this in the NBA too. She try to keep it real, but sometimes you gotta. It's like, why you say that? Why you say it like that? You know what I mean? Because that's how they're gonna take it. Especially this last line. She got waived because she wasn't good enough yet. They're gonna look at that and say, "What you mean by that? What you trying to say?" You know what I mean? But she tried to keep it real. I mean, the WNBA, that's why I said in the intro, they need to have more teams or a G League, development league, or something so these players can develop into maybe not making the original team they got drafted to, or at least another team that can give them a chance so they're just not sitting around here looking like, what do I do now? Like, I'm just like, I'm bored. You know what I mean? So, I mean, again, the Toronto Temple's coming in, but we need F it. Let's get us 30 teams in the WNBA. It's like the NBA. Because at this point, it's a lot of players that are just talents are now going down the drain because these teams don't want to have these players on their roster. But anyways, let's listen to what people got to say.
Talking to some other people, I'm now like thoroughly convinced that the Valkyries used Caitlyn Chen for clout because
why are you going to draft a player that was attending the draft to support her teammate, wasn't even expecting to be drafted, then kind of tout the fact that she's the first Taiwanese player in the WNBA, and then promote the shit out of her, have her name on jerseys, have her throw the first pitch at a baseball game. After talking to some other people,
Mm, this person says exactly. And knowing the Bay Area has a legit supportive Asian community like no other, this was 100% intern level marketing scam. She does have a point. Like, yeah, she may be pretty bad at basketball, but why roll out the red carpet knowing she was undersized from the beginning? They knew her game before she was drafted, so clout was definitely a factor. Mm. I don't see how these rookies are worse than the 12th or 11th player on the roster. These women coming out of college are more popular now. Bad business. Let's see.
Satu baby, this ain't it, and I'm gonna tell you why. This is not even like it's not what you say, how you say it type of situation. It's one of those like you didn't even have to say it at all. Like, why are you even in it? Because in a time where not only the talented rookies are being waived, Deja Kelly's, the Serena Sundells, even Caitlin Chin, also vets that are getting packed up and sent up out of here. That's what time in, okay? Vets that have done their work and they were good enough. So to leave this type of comment about Caitlin Chin being waived under this creator's video when you honestly didn't need to use your platform and respect that you have in the W to do that, to kick a rookie, honestly, why she's down, okay, in some of the worst times that she may ever go through, and to insinuate that she should be grateful that the Golden State Valkyries marketing team used her face and likeness for money that she actually will never receive. She got an opportunity to be on a new team. It was marketed like they were going to give opportunities to rookies and expand the league for more opportunities for college players. And she was supposed to be grateful about that. Maybe she
Caitlin Chen was top 5 in jersey sales? That's tough.
is grateful. She
That's extremely unfortunate for her to get waived and she was top 5 in jersey
did
sales.
get an opportunity, and you may be right.
Yeah, you know me. I ain't trying to say it like this because I know some of y'all gonna do that. Y'all remember Lynn Sanity? Caitlyn Chen could have been the next Lynn Sanity. Chen Sanity. See, y'all don't get it, bro.
Right,
Like, if y'all remember Lynn Sanity, there was an Asian player that used to play for the Warriors, but Lynn Sanity really came into life on the New York Knicks. He was playing like an all-star player for at least 8 to 10 games, going insane. And the Asian, Chinese, Taiwanese community, they was like he was they Steph Curry. Jeremy Lin was going so crazy. It was like, bro, he's an all-star player.
right that she
But
does need to continue
I mean, hey, hopefully Caitlyn Chen gets that opportunity to have her skills
on her
showcased.
game. I think we can agree with that. But this is a very traumatic time for these women who are getting fired in front of the world. So I just don't understand why she felt the need to insert herself into this lady's video, into the conversation. Because fans have a right to question the way the WNBA is doing business. And the fact that the marketing team and the front
Look, do y'all research on Sandy? I'm
office are
telling you,
somehow separated when they're
he
in the
was
same office.
nice.
Not an appropriate response.
Jeremy
And the
Lin.
fact that she did get the
Just type in on YouTube after this video, Jeremy Lin highlights.
opportunity to work
Could have
on
been
her
something special.
game and go to training camp, and she still has more work to do, doesn't negate the fact that this comment just didn't even need to be said. And another thing, when I'm either covering women's basketball games or I'm going as a fan, I'm personally, like many of my peers, are going for the NECAs, for the Skylers, for the ATs, for the Stewies, for the Asias, right? A lot of us are going to see these players, and they have built this league to what it is today. Despite that, and many of these vets that I just mentioned know that and probably would have never made a comment like this, they also understand that this league is growing on the collegiate level, and a lot of people are coming to see the Caitlin Chins, whether she's good enough or not, or the Haley Van List. Golden State Valkyries
See?
using Caitlin
Because you just never know what can
for
happen.
promo and not even giving her a thank you post when the Caitlin Chins, the Paige Beckers, the Juju when she comes, the Angels, the Haley Van List are the reason why the league is expanding. I was in the league at this age right now, I would also have to come to terms with that. Although I built this league and I may be better than the young people coming behind me, the movement and the growth in the W is at the collegiate level and it's with the youth. And so, with my position, with my age, with my seasoning, okay, I would have to be more mindful of what I'm saying because as a leader, as a vet, as a person who has already lived this life, the words that you say can cut.
It is true. Anyways, you guys let me know how you feel about that situation about what Sabali said about um Kayla Chen getting cut. And there's one last thing I wanted to look at too before we end this vid. Diamond the Shields explains the reality of getting waived by a WNBA team.
After talking to some other people, I'm now like
Just seen this. YouTube, what are you
back.
doing? You just seen that. Let's keep it pushing.
Getting way.
After talking
YouTube, bro. Don't start with this, bro. Thank you. Let's see what we got.
Getting waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my
Energy is very low at this point.
stuff up here that I drove in a rental car.
A
From
rental?
wait,
Wait, let's restart this.
getting
Hold on.
waived is crazy because, like, what do you do after you get waived? I got all my stuff up here that I drove in a rental car from Atlanta. And now I have to drive all my stuff back to Atlanta, but I can't seem to find a rental car. The team will ship 3 to 5 boxes, but I have more than 3 to 5 boxes worth of stuff.
It's tough, man. Again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record or anything, but the WNBA needs more teams. Too much talent for players to just dwindle away into the shadow realm with their talents. How Diamond Shields is feeling about life in Connecticut?
The more time I spend out here, y'all, like, Connecticut really ain't that bad. It ain't 1,000 degrees outside. It ain't no whole bunch of noise. The people that I've met so far have all been very friendly and very kind and welcoming. It's plenty of
In the nature.
this nature and all of her
So my nature people, that's Connecticut.
goodness. Birds chirping every morning.
That's cool. Anyway, I'm gonna go and end this video off here. So,
Getting waved is
after all of that, you guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about Caitlyn Chen being waived by the Valkyries. And after seeing that she was top 5 in jersey sales, you guys let me know how you feel about that in the comments. Honestly, it's tough. I was looking forward to seeing Caitlyn Chen on the team, hitting some hezzies, a couple of threes, you know what I mean? Just like how she did in the Connecticut, the Huskies. But, I mean, that's the reality of the WNBA and even the NBA. A lot of these players are really good, but end up getting cut off the team, going to the G League, or it's just over. But, anyways, that's going to end us off. You guys let me know down below in the comments how you feel about this video. And I will see you guys in the next video, man.